Welcome to my channel StarWire Daily. Please share and subscribe and press the bell icon for new updates. Picture this: Moscow 2025. The world's most prestigious international song contest is about to begin, and America has just announced their representative. But this isn't just any rising star climbing the charts. No, this is someone whose very existence has been whispered about in Hollywood's darkest corners for over a decade. Someone whose bloodline carries the weight of pop royalty, scandal, and one of the most controversial legacies in entertainment history. The name on everyone's lips isn't just another hopeful artist. It's a name that, if the rumors are true, connects directly to the king of pop himself. Tonight, we're diving deep into a story that's been brewing in the shadows of celebrity culture. A tale of hidden children, secret relationships, and the explosive revelation that's about to shake the entertainment world to its core. What if I told you that Michael Jackson's rumored secret child is about to step into the international spotlight, carrying not just their own dreams, but the weight of their father's complicated legacy? What if this moment in Moscow could finally answer questions that fans and critics have been asking for years? Welcome back to StarWire Daily, where we bring you the stories behind the stories, the secrets behind the headlines, and tonight, the truth behind one of pop culture's most persistent mysteries. I'm your host, and what you're about to hear will change everything you thought you knew about the Jackson family tree. Let's rewind to 2009. The world was mourning the loss of Michael Jackson, the undisputed king of pop, when whispers began to surface. Not just about his estate, not just about his music catalog, but about children. Children who weren't Prince, Paris, or Blanket. Children whose existence had been carefully hidden from the public eye, protected by NDAs, hush money, and the kind of secrecy that only unlimited wealth can buy. Now, before we go any further, let me be crystal clear about something. The Jackson estate has never officially acknowledged any children beyond the three we all know. But in Hollywood, what's official and what's real don't always match up, do they? And tonight, we're following a trail of breadcrumbs that leads from the hidden corridors of Neverland Ranch all the way to the grand stages of Moscow. The artist in question, and yes, we're being deliberately vague here because legal teams are watching, emerged from seemingly nowhere just 18 months ago. No Disney Channel background, no YouTube cover songs, no American Idol auditions. Just raw, undeniable talent that had industry insiders doing double takes and asking the same question: where did this come from? But here's where it gets interesting. Those same insiders started noticing something else. The way this artist moved on stage. The signature gestures that seemed hauntingly familiar. The vocal runs that carried echoes of Motown magic. And most tellingly, the way they handled media attention, or rather, avoided it, with the same calculated mystery that the Jackson family has perfected over decades. Sources close to the situation, and we're talking about people who've worked with the Jackson family for years, began sharing stories off the record. Stories about Michael's relationships in the early 2000s that never made tabloid headlines. Relationships that were kept so private, so protected, that even the most aggressive paparazzi never caught wind of them. One source, who we'll call Sarah, worked in artist management during Michael's later years. She remembers meetings that would happen after midnight, phone calls that would last hours, and travel arrangements that seemed designed to keep someone hidden. There were always whispers, Sarah told us. People in our circle knew there was more to Michael's personal life than what the public saw. He was incredibly protective of his privacy, but also incredibly loving. If there were other children, he would have moved heaven and earth to protect them. Fast forward to 2024, and suddenly this mysterious artist is dominating underground music scenes. Not through social media virality or streaming manipulation, but through old-school word of mouth. The kind of buzz you can't manufacture, the kind of excitement that only genuine talent creates. Record executives started taking notice. Not just because of the talent, though that was undeniable, but because of something else entirely. The artist's team, their management, their legal representation. All connected to the same powerhouse firm that's been handling Jackson family affairs for decades. Coincidence? In Hollywood, there are no coincidences. Then came the breakthrough moment. A private showcase in Los Angeles. Invitation only, no phones, no recording devices. Industry legends were in attendance. We're talking about people who discovered some of the biggest names in music, people whose ears are worth their weight in platinum records. What happened in that room changed everything. Not just for this artist, but potentially for how we understand the Jackson legacy. Witnesses described a performance that was electric, otherworldly, carrying the kind of natural stage presence that can't be taught, can't be coached, can only be inherited. Which brings us to Moscow. The International Song Contest isn't just any competition. It's where nations send their best, their brightest, their most promising artists to represent their country's musical identity on a global stage. For America to choose someone so young, so relatively unknown, suggests something extraordinary is happening behind the scenes. But here's what's really fascinating. The selection process was unusually secretive this year. Typically, there are public auditions, media coverage, interviews with potential representatives. This time, radio silence until the announcement. Just a simple press release stating that America's representative had been chosen and would be revealed at the appropriate time. The artist's preparation for Moscow has been equally mysterious. Rehearsals in private studios, coaching sessions with vocal legends whose names we recognize but who refuse to go on record, and a security detail that's more appropriate for established superstars than emerging talent. Those who have worked closely with this artist describe someone carrying a weight that goes beyond typical pre-performance nerves. There's something in their eyes, one vocal coach shared anonymously. A depth, a history, like they're carrying stories they can't tell yet. It's heartbreaking and inspiring at the same time. And maybe that's what makes this story so compelling. Whether or not the bloodline rumors are true, whether or not this artist is truly connected to Michael Jackson, they're clearly someone who understands what it means to carry a legacy, to step into spotlights that come with expectations, judgments, and the kind of scrutiny that can either destroy or define a person. Michael Jackson himself knew this weight. From the moment he stepped on stage with his brothers, he carried the dreams and expectations of millions. He understood what it meant to be more than just an entertainer, to be a symbol, an icon, a representative of something bigger than himself. If the rumors are true, if this artist really is Michael's child, then Moscow represents more than just a competition. It's a coming-out party for a legacy that's been hidden in plain sight. It's the moment when whispers become reality, when family secrets become public truth. But even if the rumors aren't true, even if this is simply an incredibly talented artist who happens to have connections to the Jackson family's professional circle, the story is still remarkable. Because it speaks to how talent finds a way to surface, how genuine artistry can't stay hidden forever, and how the entertainment industry still has room for mystery and magic. However, let's address the elephant in the room. Why now? Why reveal this artist, this potential family connection, at this particular moment? Michael passed away in 2009. His estate has been managed carefully, his legacy protected fiercely. What's changed that would make hiding another Jackson child unnecessary or impossible? Some industry watchers believe it's about timing. Michael's children, Prince, Paris, and Blanket, are adults now, establishing their own identities, finding their own paths. Perhaps the family feels secure enough, established enough, to acknowledge other branches of the Jackson tree. Others think it's about the music industry itself. Streaming has democratized music discovery. Social media has changed how artists build fan bases, and audiences are hungry for authenticity in ways they never were before. Maybe this is simply the perfect storm of timing, talent, and public readiness for a new chapter in the Jackson story. There's also the possibility that this artist chose now to step forward. That years of private development, of finding their own voice separate from any family legacy, have finally prepared them for the scrutiny that comes with the Jackson name, or even the suggestion of it. Moscow will be the ultimate test, not just of vocal ability or stage presence, but of how the world receives this artist, these rumors, this potential revelation. Will audiences see Michael Jackson's child, or will they see a unique talent standing on their own merit? The International Song Contest has launched countless careers. ABBA, Celine Dion, and dozens of other global superstars use this platform to reach worldwide audiences. If this artist truly carries Jackson DNA, if they truly have inherited that magical combination of talent, charisma, and star quality, Moscow could be the beginning of something unprecedented. But perhaps what's most beautiful about this story isn't the mystery, isn't the speculation, isn't even the potential for scandal or revelation. It's the idea that talent transcends secrecy, that artistry finds a way to shine through, regardless of the circumstances of its birth or the complexity of its heritage. Michael Jackson spent his entire life in the spotlight, but he also spent it trying to protect the people he loved from that same spotlight. If he did have other children, if he did work to keep them safe from the chaos of celebrity, then their emergence now, on their own terms, with their own talent, ready for their own spotlight, might be the most beautiful tribute to his memory imaginable. Moscow is just days away. The world will be watching, not just for a song contest, but potentially for the revelation of one of entertainment's best-kept secrets. Will we see Michael Jackson's rumored child step into the light? Will we witness the birth of a new superstar? Will this artist's performance answer questions that have been whispered about for over a decade? Or perhaps, most importantly, will we simply see an incredibly talented artist getting the chance to share their gift with the world, regardless of whose DNA they carry or whose legacy they might represent? One thing is certain, Moscow 2025 is going to be unforgettable, and we'll be watching, analyzing, and bringing you every development as this incredible story unfolds. What do you think? Are you convinced this artist could be Michael Jackson's secret child? Or do you think the entertainment industry is just masterfully building hype around new talent? Drop your theories in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your thoughts on these Hollywood mysteries. And if you're as fascinated by these behind-the-scenes stories as I am, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. We've got so many incredible stories coming your way, from hidden family connections to industry secrets that will blow your mind. Until next time, keep questioning what you see on the surface, because in Hollywood, the most interesting stories are always happening just out of sight. This is StarWire Daily, and I'll see you in the next one.